Oh, no.
Great stuff.
Oh, thank you.
John Campbell demonstrating many different techniques from the guitar there. And, I mean, the guitar is one of two instruments, isn't it? It's been central to rock and roll all the way through. The
Absolutely.
saxophone is the other.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the piano's been very important, drums and bass, of course, we know. But guitar and saxophone are the two instruments that strike me as being the ones that really do breathe. They're very expressive.
That's right, yeah.
Of feeling and stuff. And one of the things that you didn't so much explain there, although you did use the word slap, but I noticed that you do have a sort of slapping technique.
That's right.
You literally sort of hit the strings like
That's
this.
right.
Where did you pick that up?
It's, I think, just the style from where I come from, It's kind of that Louisiana, Texas kind of swamp thing. And Gatemouth Brown had that. He was very, very percussive with his hands. Sometimes he'd have both hands over the sound hole and both hands up over the neck and stuff. A long time before people were thinking about finger tapping in rock music, But it was like, it was that sound. They played it in the old days like a piano, It's a very percussive approach to the instrument, and I think that's where I get it from.
It's the guitar itself is absolutely superb. Where did you actually get that guitar from?
I get this guitar in Houston, Texas, a place called Rockin' Robins. Some really kind people there. This guitar was played by the great Lightnin' Hopkins. He had a personal affection for this instrument. There was a street in Houston, Texas, and my friend Dr. John tells me about going there on Saturdays and Sundays and seeing the street musicians pass this guitar up and down the street and play blues on it, this very guitar. And it's just a lot of music's been played on it. I wish I could talk a little bit and tell me some stories.
Give you some of the experiences. Yeah, absolutely. Because, blues has been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
And it defies the swings and sways of fashion.
That's right.
But it's come back now, right this minute. I think blues is more active and alive, and people are more aware of the blues sound. We've just recently, we've been talking about Danny Gatton, but also people like Walter Trout, the Walter Trout band. I'm a big fan.
Right.
You get people like John Lee Hooker, who's now re-emerged with the Healer and the new album, Mr. Lucky, and there's got so many good players playing with him as well. Buddy Guy, B.B. King's always been around, but even more so now.
Right.
Why do you think it is that now in particular the blues has become so important again?
Well, like you say, I don't think it ever went anywhere. I think the blues addresses very human issues. It's a very human music. I think it deals with things that man has been feeling and experiencing since before there was even a language. I think it addresses our hopes and our fears, our dreams, as well as our nightmares. And there's an intense dichotomy, but it's also something very vivid and stark, but that comes right from the heart. It's very human music. And I think that people are returning to those sort of values.
It's real, in other words.
It is real, And I think it's just an organic process going on. The blues, has a power and a healing property, and it just prepares you for more life.
And just finally, John, now, your immediate future plans, as we say now, you're settled with Elektra. There'll be more albums on the label coming up soon. But immediately, what are your plans? Are you returning to America soon?
I'm returning to America. I'm going to take a few days off, and then I'm going to start up another leg of touring in the South. We'll start in New Orleans and tour throughout Louisiana and Texas and Arkansas, my old stomping ground. And then I would like to get back together with Dennis and start writing some new material. I've been working on some stuff out here and just kind of just carry on with it from there.
And have you got a home base now?
I do have a home base
now. Where are you?
In New York City. Yeah, man, I have actual apartment.
How does it feel?
Well, I try not to think about it. No, it feels fine. I don't sleep there very much anymore. I'm on the road all the time, but it's okay. I kind of like it. It's I really feel like I've been very fortunate to get the chance to focus my music and be with an outfit like this, and I like it.
Let's have one more song, John, before you go.